Check out that view. Hi, Jason here. If you're looking for a challenging day hike that's also a starting point for more advanced hikes, go and check out Garibaldi Lake. I'm heading there now.
The lake is about 73 kilometers north of Vancouver. If you're coming from the city for a day hike, be prepared for a long trip. The drive up there and back, plus the hike, takes about 9 to 10 hours. I'm stopping for breakfast in Horseshoe Bay. Then I head up the Sea to Sky Highway towards Whistler. After a bathroom break in Squamish, I continue up the highway to Rubble Creek Turnoff. This is where you park and start your adventure. The actual hike is 9.5 kilometers from the parking lot to the lake. You'll be climbing up a steep incline with switchbacks most of the way. Here is a 3D model of the hike to give you an idea of how steep it is. When you get near the top of the canyon, you come to a natural dam formation called the Barrier. It's a great place to stop, take in the views, eat your lunch, etc. Then you continue on past a couple of smaller lakes and finally arrive at Garibaldi Lake. There's several campsites and a ranger station up here as well. It's also glacier country. More specifically, this is the Tantalus mountain range that you pass on the way to the lake.
Rubble Creek Turnoff. Here we go.
This is the gateway to the high alpine country. You may need to reserve a parking pass for Rubble Creek online through BC Parks website. The website also gives you updated trail conditions. This place has all the necessary amenities.
At the start of the hike, you can look up the mountain and see a rocky cliff face. That's where we're going. All right, here we go.
The trail is mostly smooth like this and not very technical. It's well marked, so it's almost impossible to get lost. I'm doing this hike solo because I've done it so many times, but I still told somebody where I went, just to be safe.
You know, it's been over 10 years since I've been here. I've forgotten how steep this trail is. In places.
Take the time and enjoy the scenery.
The first part of this trail is a bit boring, but it is a good workout, and the scenery at the end is well worth it. I can feel a cool breeze coming off the stream. Brand new bridge. The old bridge must have washed out last winter. As you can see, you get floods and washouts here every year.
Trail markers tell you how much progress you've made. Just past the 3K mark, you hit the tight switchbacks. These are steep and they seem to go on forever.
Gotta take a breather. There's so many switchbacks on this trail. Amazing. I've reached the snow level. Yeah, this whole trail is much longer and higher than I remember from 10 years ago. I'm almost at the top now, at least in terms of elevation. I think I've climbed about 600 meters. I'm coming up to a clearing. Right ahead is the barrier.
Nearly everyone stops here.
This is the barrier.
It's a great place to look back on the progress you've made so far. You can hear the rocks falling off the cliff as there are slides regularly. And the wildlife is more than happy to see you.
I put down my granola bar for 5 seconds, and this little guy tries to steal it. Can't take the whole thing. Looks like the sun's coming out now.
Take the time to explore these interesting rock formations.
Just past the barrier lake, it gets a lot easier. Because by this point, you've done most of your climbing for the day. And you start to see some of the more interesting scenery.
You can refill your water bottle at this creek.
Getting close now. Less than half a kilometer to go. I can see a clearing up ahead. I can see snow-covered peaks just over there. Trail gets a bit rough here too. So now just crossing the last little bridge over the creek.
Once you make that last creek crossing, you get your first glimpse of the glaciers. That bridge was actually washed out recently. Not sure if they're going to replace it.
Right around this corner.
You walk along this trail on the edge of the lake, and just around the next corner is the campground.
This is what it's all about.
Finally, you're here. It's well worth all the effort and sweat and toil it takes to get up here. When you're actually here, these mountains look a lot bigger than they appear in this video. There's a nice beach here. This place is just the starting point for going further into the backcountry. From here, you can hike to Mount Price, the Black Tusk, or Panorama Ridge. But those are all multi-day hikes and you need to be prepared. Me, I'm just here to soak in all the scenery.
That took me about 4 hours to get up here from the parking lot. Mind you, I stopped and did a lot of filming, so if you're just hiking up here non-stop, you could do it in a lot less time. It's surprisingly easy. It's not really that hard of a hike. It's well worth it to get up here, just to relax and enjoy this scenery.
Where am I going next? I'm not sure. That's kind of like life. You don't know what to expect. And that's why we should make it an adventure every day.